Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Um, I know last week I didn't post very much because I was doing, other stuff going on. As you can see, I kind of feng shuied my apartment, made it a little bit more roomy and all that fun stuff. But today I wanted to talk about what happened this last weekend. Um, I went to Texas to visit my family and tried to reconnect with some of my friends who I've known since elementary, middle school, high school. I've practically lived in um, Angelo from 1991 to 2016. Graduated high school there, went to elementary school for a little bit, my middle school, and high school. Um, I graduated in 2005. We're fixing to have our 20-year reunion here in a couple of months, so I'll probably be going back for that. But I had a family day off from work, so I decided to drive down, which I am never doing again. I drove Thursday and stayed in Amarillo for the night, and then drive the rest of the way Friday morning, and then came back yesterday. I drove the entire 11 and a half, 12-hour drive, which I'm never doing by myself again because I can't see for shit after night. So it's like it was, and plus it was raining, so that was even more of a high anxiety drive. But um, got to see my parents, and they are getting older and their health is deteriorating. So I don't know how many more visits I'll be able to have with them, but um, I got there early, so my mom was like, why didn't you just come to the house and say hello? And it's like I refuse to go anywhere near that house. So I moved out finally when I was 24 years old, and I've not had any contact with that house. If if I can stand it, no. Um, it's like that trailer is about as old as my dad is. It's built in 1945, and it's just slowly getting worse. Um, if I had the money and the time, I would honestly rent one of those really big, long dumpster trucks things that they have, or they like drop it off in front of your house and you use it and dump all your stuff that you don't need, and then they come pick it up or whatever. If I had the money and the time, I would literally get one of those and just tear that entire place down and rebuild it from the ground up. It's like infested so bad with mice, with roaches, spider web, spiders. There's black mold on the ceiling. Like, it is an unsafe house or unsafe trailer. And I refuse to go anywhere near it. My parents, try to upkeep it, do stuff to make it more livable, but they're just too old. My dad is almost 80. My mom is about to be 62, and she's got Parkinson's. She can barely walk as it is without falling, because of how bad she shakes. So, and it's a small trailer as it is. Like, this entire living room is basically the size of this trailer. And, it's 3 bedrooms, or it's 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. And then they have like supposed to be like a second, or the dining area actually that goes out to the patio. They made that into the 3rd bedroom. And like I said, my brother built them a ramp to make it easier for my mom, at least with her walker, to go down without falling. But that's like the only thing that's really new. But yeah, my parents are way too old to be trying to keep up with this house. My cousins are mentally disabled. One of them works, the other one doesn't, because he has social anxiety. So it's very hard for him to, go out and look for a job and everything. Um, but even with them, like, it's very difficult to, keep that trailer where it's safe. Plus, not to mention 5 dogs and all the stray cats. If I could, I would just, get one of those dumpster trucks, go through everything in the house. If it has rat feces, if it's been tore up by the rats or mouse or whatever, I would just be tossing it and, replace it with something new. I would like to, do something like that, tear down the trailer, build it from the ground up. Not to mention there is the shed that is behind the trailer that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. And then we also have a storage unit that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. So it was like I would need at least 2 of the long dumpsters alone for the storage unit because there is so much stuff. I know when they pass, this is going to be my biggest thing, but it's like I can barely save enough money to get out of this apartment that we're trying to get out of. Our lease is up in July, but we're getting out now. We are paid up for the month of April, so we're going to get out by the end of April, beginning of May. I've already sent over all the information for this new place that we're going to be moving into. That's actually it's safer. The people that we are living below, it's a 2-story condo, so we only have one upstairs neighbor to worry about. But from the guy that was telling us, he's lived there for 11 years. He said that our neighbors are basically retirees, so we don't have to worry about loud music, partying, stomping around with kids, and anything like that. We have a 100-year-old Japanese lady that lives next to us, and the 2 people that are above us are retired. So, we're going to be in a quieter neighborhood. Thank the Lord. But yeah, that's my rambling for my weekend. If you guys have any thoughts, I know a lot of people don't really come down to this channel because I'm not an influencer or anything like that. I don't have sponsors. I don't, this is just me coming on and, talking about my day, talking about my week. You guys are learning stuff about me, and, I learn stuff about you guys when you comment. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. So you guys have a good week.